gents, welcome to my channel. And today I want to do something a little bit different, a little bit fun, but a little educational. So I'm calling this segment Beauty and Braids. Why? Because I think it's amazing to be able to learn about how to beautify ourselves, how to make ourselves feel good. But while we do that, why don't we educate ourselves and learn a little bit about real estate specifically? We might talk about among other things, but I feel like this is something that is needed in the beauty community. And let's talk about finances. Why not? While I learn, why don't you guys learn with me? And while I gain information, I put the information together in my little brain. Let's get beautified and let's get brainified together. So my name is Anna and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for watching and let's get started. Today specifically we're going to be speaking of the downfalls of choosing an FHA loan to purchase your first home or your forever home or your second or third home. Who knows? But what are the downfalls of choosing an FHA loan? And in here I will be giving you all of the information, or all the information that I know that I think will be very beneficial for you, how to best prepare the biggest purchase of your life. Something in which people don't really talk about is FHA loans, and I know they're very popular in America, and thank God that exists because it makes it possible for people that cannot afford to buy a home, that don't really have a really large down payment. Which I should explain a little bit of what the FHA loan is and how it came about in the history and all that. So the FHA loan was done at a certain decade. You know what? I don't really think you guys really want to know the history and the years and other stuff, so we don't really have to get into that. But I will say briefly that it was done so that people that look like me, people that may look like you, are able to afford, like you and me, are able to afford buying a home. Because you know, it's low down payment, it's backed by the government. If for whatever reason you can't pay your mortgage, then the bank don't have the burden of, you know, losing all this money. The government is basically saying, I will pay in the case that so and so does not pay. That is the whole point of the FHA loan. I do like to do pretty heavy makeup, so just bear with me. But with that comes a lot of implications. So what kind of implications, you may ask? Since it's government backed, there's a lot more restrictions than you will get in another product or another loan from a traditional bank that is not backed by the government. Such as, let's say for instance, you buy a home that has a septic and a well. Well, according to the FHA law, there has to be a certain amount of feet between that septic and well, because you know, you don't want that water getting mixed up. So if it's not according to that restriction, then guess what? The FHA will not allow you to buy it. Or if it has a messed up roof, or if it has you know, anything that is not according to the physical stand of that property. Let's say that score requirement. So for people with lower credit score, have a better chance of getting a loan. For people with a higher debt to income ratio as well. But what people don't talk about is you losing the deal because it is a FHA loan. So for instance, when a home has multiple offers, who do you believe the seller is most likely to go by? Somebody that's going with FHA loan that's gonna have higher restrictions, or someone that is going by a conventional loan that has less restrictions, and it is possible for the conventional loan to close faster. It doesn't mean that the FHA loan won't close as fast. It can, but usually under normal circumstances or usual circumstances, the conventional loan is a lot. This is a lot harder to do, to talk and to do my makeup. I don't know how beauty girls do it. But you know what? I decided to do this because, and first of all, I always end up doing this. I always end up explaining what I'm doing in the middle of my video instead of explaining it at the beginning. You know what? I'm new to this. I'm learning how to do this. So bear with me. I'm just going along as it comes. As I was saying, before I start rambling again, for some owners, they will likely go with someone that is going with a higher down payment versus somebody that's going with an FHA loan that's only putting down 3.5%. And it's kind of funny to me because some buyers only really know about FHA. That's how popular the FHA loan is, or at least in my communities where people have lower incomes, working communities. But no, that's not, obviously that's not the only loan product. There's many out there, many different kinds. Okay, I'm kind of liking this makeup. It's kind of cute, Another disadvantage with FHA loan, or any loan that you put less than 20% down, or even 10% depending on it, you have to pay mortgage premium up front. And that for FHA, that's 1.5 of the whole entire loan. So if my math is correct, you're buying a $300,000 home, which is the average price of a small family home in America. That's gonna cost you up front $4,500. That's what's gonna cost you. You have to pay for that up front. That is a lot of money. Instead of all that money going into your actual principal balance. So that's one of the disadvantages. And then after you pay for the initial mortgage. So with a FHA loan, you're pretty limited as far as the sort of loans that you could take. So you could only do a 15-year or 30-year loan versus being able to do an interest-only loan or a adjustable rate interest loan. So you don't really have a lot of loan. Is being able to qualify. So it is said that it's a minimum 580 credit score, but it's really up to the lender, which lender you're using. They're gonna determine, or they will have their standards. So they could be over 600 credit score, or could be over 620. So while the FHA is a great loan product that could be very helpful and could help a lot of people to be able to afford buying a home, it also comes with a downfall. So it's not a perfect product. It is not a product that is for everyone. I know there's people that actually have the money saved up, so may have the whole. And this is the reason why people choose to use FHA or not to use FHA. I think it's ultimately up to you and what your preference is and what you could afford. Whether you go FHA or not, it's still a great product. It's still an amazing product. I'm an advocate for it. I think that it's a great opportunity for those that cannot afford to put as much money as a down payment or have certain credit restrictions, as well as employment history and what might have you. I just want you guys to be aware of some of the issues that you may encounter with an FHA. So if you have other alternatives, outweigh the positive and the negatives and decide what works best for you and your family. Thank you.